like, share, and subscribe so I can continue doing these videos. Thank you.
You can find me on all social media by Paranormal Geek.
I'm in.
Welcome back. I'm going to be doing a video on the topic of auras. I don't think I've talked about that on my channel yet, and I will be making a small confession. I can see auras. Not on command or anything, but once in a while, if I've caught myself witnessing what looks like an aura on people. Now, I'm gonna try to my best ability to explain how I see auras. I don't know if everybody sees them the same. I've researched it on the internet like anybody else. I have read books on it, but the way I've started seeing auras, as in the past 2 to 3 years, on and off. Okay, on the topic of auras, the way I see them, as of in 2 to 3 years now. At first, I thought I was seeing things, and I ignored them. Now, I don't see them every day. It's just at random. Could be either in person or on a video, and I've noticed, especially recently, if it's a very spiritual person or a healer, I can definitely see them. And if they're behind a white wall, I can definitely see them. Oh shit, let me just go back. So, let me cover this up so you can see what I mean. So I thought it'd be a nice idea if I could just show you what I mean by that. I blew this up a little bit more. I should distance there. Excuse me for me and my technology. I'm not very good at technology, so here. So the way I see auras, let's draw this. I drew it a little bit more exaggerated than it needs to be, but really in real life, it will appear. I'm just killing this a bit more. Somewhat like that. Very thin. Now, for healers, they'll either be this big or even bigger. I've seen them not that big. And or with a touch of a yellow, not too yellowy, just a little bit. With the white, I will see it and you'll see it in a lot of Christians and Catholic people. What that looks like, what people see on the painting and stuff from the Renaissance days, with the way they would draw and paint Jesus and Mary, the little halo. I really don't know if there's any connection. All I know, and from what I've been researching, and it's got to do with energy. And somehow I can see it, and I know there's others, I'm not alone. And from me researching and stuff, and the times, every time I've seen a certain color, there's a certain reason for it. So when I see white, which is the first color that I was starting to see, I had an experience with a situation where I was living before, that I had to go to court. I wasn't in any big trouble or anything, just to fix the situation that was going on. And it was kind of hard, but not that bad. And I was worried because I was thinking they would think I thought, back then I was very negative. That was actually more than 2 years ago though. that situation. That was the first experience. That was 2006, 2007. Yep, 2008, 2007. So we show up to court, and I was feeling a little worried, so I'm praying. I prayed the day before, and you'll notice, just keep in mind what I'm about to say. I prayed and I meditated the day before, and I did it fasting all that same day before, and then I went to the court on a fasting. If no one knows what a fasting is, a fasting, just go here. Spiritual fasting is physical fasting. Denying the basic physical need for food is important. The idea is to deny your body its physical needs in order to move the focus away from your body toward your faith and spirituality. The physical act of denial is an act of faith. So, my mom taught me how to do this. She's Christian. And the way I do it is, if I'm going to do it, I like to do it on Wednesdays, because she's always been on Wednesdays. I feel that connection. And she will do it from morning till noon, and then turn in her fasting around noon. Now, I don't know, I might be doing this wrong. She told me I might be, but it's okay to get away with a little coffee. But usually you should do it with water and nothing else. Like to drink, all you do is water. So I did that day. And then as we get there, the strangest thing happened. Everybody was defending us, and the people that were accusing of whatever they were accusing us of were almost like demonized. I don't know how to explain it. So they would try to put another topic in, and they would say, no, that's not our part. That's not why we're here. And then as I was like praying and meditating, finally I noticed the judge with this over him. He was behind or in front of a white backdrop. That was the first time I have ever seen an aura, I think. But that was the biggest impact to me. And then as I saw him with the white aura, I felt like everything was going to be okay, and he was of pure intent. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I knew everything was good. He was doing good. Like, his mindset was in the right place. Like, I kept feeling and hearing that in the back of my mind as I looked at him with the white aura. And it was about this big, I think. He was about that far away. So, yep, that was my first time. So now, that was, I just noticed how I just noticed how long ago that was. So, next topic. So, after that, I think I didn't get much for a while, because I was going through some things. And as soon as I started my journey again, I think around 2010, I think it was, spiritual journey, that's when it kind of came back again. And it tends to, from what I've experienced, it tends to be related to your diet. So when I've noticed when I fast in the week, at least, or fast more than once a week, I could strongly see anybody's aura, depending if my body or my eyes are ready. I don't know how to explain it. And now, after so many years, I kind of can control it, but still, it's really hard just to turn on it. The technique, from what I've heard others, is you're supposed to daze off and kind of look at the person, but not directly at their eyes, on the side, You focus on, put your eyes either, let's say example, the trees. Look at the trees, kind of, and focus on that, and then slowly you'll start to see first like a wave. It'll be like a wave like this. Don't freak out. You breathe in. You keep focusing off center, and it'll start to be clear, and then white, either white, depending on the person's situation, mindset, their feelings at the moment, or if they're blocked or whatever. And you'll either see blue, you'll see the colors I've seen though. Let me just go on to the next color. Color I've seen next is like this pinkish purplish. Let's see if I can make it smell something like this. Very bright. Maybe I'm off. It's like a purple. Is it purple? It's like a purple blue. Oh god, I'm terrible at colors. The blue that I've seen, if I can remember right, it has been like something like this. It won't be perfect, at least for me. I don't know if it's because, my diet's not perfect, but I still eat a lot of crazy things. So every once in a while, I've noticed when I'm on a good fasting and cleaning up my diet, this will come back. And if I could be talking to someone and all of a sudden see color, it could be either purple. I've seen, what's the other colors I've seen red. I've seen, have I seen orange? Not yet. But I didn't know I could do this too. I thought always from my older studies that you just see it around. But I've actually seen them on not random spot, but there's a reason for it, I guess. Either here, and it could be like this weird thing, or it will be I wish I could do an indigo color. Let's see if I can. An indigo color would be a kind of a purplish blue. Color, and this is for example, because I can't remember all of my experiences, but at least for me, I've even seen my own aura, and sometimes I'll see in the mirror like that real quick, a glimpse, and they'll go away, or it could be brighter than that, because I have seen colors like green, which I've learned, because I'll see the color first and then I'll learn about what the color means, which is even weirder because there is information on it. So the most recent one was when I was at a class this past weekend, depending when I post this video, was this bright magenta pink color. And the person was given a class, and I did not see the color on the person, but I saw the color next to me, which is new. And I had gotten a sense of smell, and it's a recent new thing now too. They say that is a thing. Let's see if the way I've researched it is I go, okay, smell. Okay, weird. So I've smelled roses before, if I'm on a fasting or praying to a certain mood. And there is a name for that. Looking for the name. There is a name for that. Okay, and do forgive me if I don't say it right. Wikipedia. Our friend. Okay. So there is. Where is that? God, I have this on Wikipedia. It's insane how many things I've experienced already. I thought I saw it the other day here. It should say it. Oh, here it goes. I don't know if I'm saying it right. So let's see if that will. Can it be? You know, sometimes Google will say it, pronounce it right. I don't want to do it. Well, that's what that is. Clear Seeds is the name. So, as I was smelling the pink, I mean, it could have been that. As I was smelling, before this situation with the pink in the class, I knew the class was coming at a certain hour. Duh. But, that day, and it's the same day every time I take that class, so they're on point, all the people in there. I will get a smell of roses, which I love. I mean, there's a lot of spirit for me from my experiences. Last time I was in a class or, let's say, like a gathering with a lot of the same mind people, when I left the group, I had gotten a huge, it was even on my pillow, on my things, it was even on my things, a sense or aroma of fresh roses. And the day in the class, I was smelling fresh cut roses. When the class started, I started picking up the pink color on the side of my vision, and someone else was having experience at the same time. No, their tripod had fallen. So, I mean, if that's not a coincidence. So anyway, I don't want to go off to topic, but that's how I have experienced auras, and I don't think I'm the only one that has. Some people have ignored it, but since this whole year I haven't been able to work, I have unfortunately been through what everyone else is doing, or has had the unfortunately of not having their job anymore. When I used to, I would see auras casually as I would speak to you in a conversation, and we'd be at lunch, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, I see your aura. This is blue. And they would look at me like, what, really? Yeah. And I would think they would just call me crazy, but they would actually get curious and ask me what color. The unfortunate thing is I didn't know or memorize all the meanings of the colors. So, well, it's green, so I'll check back on you. I'll just text you or tell you the day after what that means. So they were nice about that. So that's one. Let me see if I can. Let's go on here. So I want to continue. Let's see if this will work with this. So on the next topic, I have noticed too, now I haven't really looked into this, but if another person like me, which I can sometimes connect to the spirit world, not on command, there's another friend of mine that I used to work with that had the same ability, and she didn't do it on command either, but she had that slight door open just like me. And every time we would talk or we would get on the topic, sometimes I would actually see like a feather or a line with her aura. And I would think something was falling on her, and I would tell her to look up, or like, there's something on your hair. And she's like, no, I don't see anything. You must be thinking, yeah, I think I see something. She would try to take it off her hair, and it's nothing. It was just, I was seeing. And it would be more like a touch of, because this is tonight. Like, it's something like that. So it would be a cord or like a feather-like thing on top to her head. On the next topic, let's see. Next color that I would see would be that's bigger. Whoops. There. The next topic, it would be green. But like I told you before, I already explained how I see colors in auras somehow. Not the same as spirit, some people would say. Like the little black draw. And which I call orbs. Orbs would be, and I've never really seen, maybe once or twice at where I used to work at, because it was the hospital. Unfortunately, what happens at the hospitals, exactly. So I was really in the front of it. So I would see, I'm trying to look at what brush I can use. It would look something like smoke. Let me try this. It would be, the spirit orbs would be something like this. And then they would have like a little smoke or a little tail. I am trying, you guys, I am trying. Oh. Something like this. It might not be right, it's a brush. This little like game brush. Let's try this oil brush. Nope, ruined it. Oh, that's watercolor. It would be an orb like this, exactly like this, and it would just, it's the weirdest thing. It's like that. And orbs, and I'm definitely sure it was an orb, because I saw it on top of a person inside a hospital, no windows. And it's a no smoking section, so there's no way there's smoke on him. It would be something like this, and it would just fly up, and no, it was not a feather, and no, it is not dust. It was pretty big. Sometimes I would have these experiences at random, and I would have to freak out in front of my friends or coworkers and say, I just saw what looked like an orb. And they were like, well, what did it look like? It looked like smoke, and it's freaking me out that I saw that now. So I had to deal with that. So that's what's considered, what people take pictures of on film, which is pretty accurate, is something like this. Sometimes you see little faces and stuff. That's definitely an orb, the spirit. When you don't see anything in it, and there's no like little faces or anything, then it's just dust or a little bug. For cameras, being cameras, right? Like if you're capturing on film. Anyway, so not orbs, but I would see. Oh my god, me and explaining this. So that's what I would see as orbs. The difference between orbs and the lights that I would see. it would always be next to someone, and it would be a color, not just a smoky situation. How can I make that look more smoky? I really want to make sure you guys understand what I'm seeing. Let me answer this. No. That's terrible, but that's the closest I'm getting. Let's twist that around. Something like that. And then it would be way lighter than that. Whoops. Anyway. That's really bad. You know how smoke looks like, you guys? I know not everybody smokes, but if you've seen smoke and that little thing that just goes off, that's what the orbs look like in person if you were to see one. That's what the orbs look like. Now, auras to me, I don't know how everybody else sees auras, or people that can't see. They're more like when you get a glare of a light and a color in your eye. It's the closest. If I'm trying to explain it to people that have never seen auras, that's how I see it. So if I'm talking to you and we're in a situation, we're getting really into the dialogue, all of a sudden I'll see this and I'll go away, and I'm like, I just saw your aura and it was green. I'll look it up and it would be olive green, or green is either for you're in the process of healing. So if you're talking to me, guess what you're doing? You're healing, because you're expressing yourself and you're letting it out. And as you're talking to or talking about whatever that's bothering you, you're healing that part of you. So this would make sense that I'm seeing green or olive. Then now I've seen as well a weirder like neon green. That neon green, I think that's what jealousy is. But a darker, more tree color green, that's more like you're healing. From what I've learned and my experiences, I have also seen, I remember I was just talking about orbs and how smoky they look. Now I've seen other kinds of orbs which are freaky. I once saw an orb I once saw an orb run away from a father pastor as he walked the other way in where I used to work at the hospital. And that freaked me out because the size of that orb was way bigger than a fly. And it was dark and black. And I thought it was a fly, but I was around, let's say you're in a room, way across the hallway, you see the person walking down, and you see something black, and it's about the size of a fly. But if you would walk up to it, if you're seeing it from that far away, that's no size of a fly. Pretty big. It was probably about an orange size of a orb. It was black. That one freak me out. I never have seen like a black orb. Later I'll probably make another video how I've seen shadow people, whatever. But I haven't experienced that much, luckily. It's just about the auras that I've seen, which have been more frequent. And then, let's see. So, from what I've learned, if you see if you're talking to a friend and you see the person's halo or aura around them white or clear as they're talking to you, their whatever topic or whatever they are expressing to you is of pure intention, and they have no malice against you or whatsoever. There's nothing behind. There's no motives. It's all pure. They're opening up. They're being sincere, from what I've learned. And then blue. Let's see if I don't have one already. Let's go back to this one. Hot pink and magenta is from, I looked this one up, universal harmony and emotional balance. So our teacher, the host from the last class, had I'm guessing that's what that meant, had a lot of emotional balance and universal harmony. She's a very experienced person. And we talked about the connection, the white little line. Indigo. So I don't have, honestly, all the colors memorized. Just wanted to express how I see auras and how you could probably see them too, but I do not recommend you doing other people's diets without talking to your doctor first. I'm not a doctor. This is how I've learned how to clean up my body so I can control that better and not freak out every time I randomly talking to somebody and then all of a sudden I see them, their aura or color in front of me. I'm trying to learn. I'm still learning about what each color means. So far, I have seen, and I wrote it down in paper. I can't remember what I did with it. So far I've seen white or clear, which is like the beginning when it starts to manifest an aura in front of you. I have seen blue. I have seen indigo, which is a bluish purple. I have seen green, but more so in the heart space around here. I've also seen a blue around the throat, which they say means your throat chakra. And when you see blue, it would be, that's good. That means your throat chakra is open and you're talking freely. There's no blockage on there, from what I've learned. And what's the other one? Memory isn't very good. Let's see. Now, I've read about dark or black auras. I have yet to see that. I hope I never see that, because if that ever happens, that would suck. Black or dark auras or muddy brown auras are not a good thing, from what I read. So that would be something like this. Oh, let's make it bigger. Oh, that's so big. You know what? Something like that, but not that big. This, no good, no bueno. Let's go back. I want to get clear. So perfection. Dark auras like this. If you see that, and let's say you're a paranormal investigator and you're talking to the one you're helping, you see this, maybe not a good thing. Either they don't know what they're doing, if you're practicing magic or witchcraft, or let's say, you know what, no, I don't want to say that because this could happen. You might just have a good friend on top. If they have this, that means they're in a very dark place and they're not emotionally healthy right now at the moment, so they need help. You see that? I've never seen that, thank God. I probably exaggerate a little bit, but it might be something like this. And my first experiences with energy and like psychic stuff has always been either dreams and feelings, and they say that's a name for that too, but it's more feeling than dreams. This would be clear audience? Is that how they say it? Let me just look it up. Man, I'm good at this. It's just Google. We Google everything, right? So when you see this is for example, orbs is called clairaudient is hearing. Psychic. Damn, this is so hard for me. You know what? I have a book. What am I doing? Back. Let's go back. Alright, I'm back. So book to recommend. This one is Psychic Intelligence by Terry and Linda Jamison, Psychic Twins. And before I would just look it up on Google, but I have been reading this book to help me out. Try to memorize everything. The yellow, I was talking about that. So we're gonna read off the book, just to help everybody, whoever's like starting to see things. Because this year, I have a feeling a lot of you guys are going to be very awakened after this. So we were talking about green. Now green for them means the color of nature and ecology. Green indicates growth, change, and healing, as well as prosperity, fertility, and new beginnings. White, the color of protection and spirituality, innocence and purity. So the brown, I don't think she has black here. Do they have black? I've heard of black too, but they do have brown. The color of the soil, brown indicates stability, grounding, practicality, and emphasis on the physical, perhaps at the expense of the spiritual. Silver indicates clarity of purpose. So silver to me looks like this. That's what I've seen. Let's look at the color here. Okay. It looks like the road when it's hot and you see the little... Did I take that? That's what it looks to me. That's what that looks like when I see silver. So I guess silver, I see that a lot then. Indicates clarity of purpose. And yellow, which is interesting, and I'm going to give a small shout out because I do watch the videos. There is this YouTuber called Shaman Books. Okay, I'm not gonna play the video because I don't want to be. I don't want to get banned from YouTube. But this guy, I have seen his aura, which I thought wasn't something I could do through video, and I've only seen it once. And I have some friends that do energy work and are psychics too. that was really cool when I saw him, because we all meditated. It's like a group of people that do that watch him, and as they watch, they receive his healing. And you're supposed to close your eyes. I did, but on one of them, as he started, something gravitated towards me, leaving my eyes open for curiosity, and I actually saw his aura, and he has a white background sometimes, so that helps me notice if there's aura behind someone. And he had a white aura, but way bigger than that. His aura was, I was gonna draw it, was this big. Where's my note? That big. And by the end of the session, because I'm guessing he was getting tired, or his body was starting to, or was it at the end? I can't remember, but after the second time, it started to look like this, like that, and there was this whiteness. It wasn't that yellow. It was a yellow, like that. That's what I began to see. And that means, let's look it up in the book. Gold, the color of spiritual energy and inspiration, either gold or like a yellowish. The color of the sun, yellow, indicates energy, vitality, intellect, prosperity, playfulness, optimism, and the ability to communicate. And I thought that was really cool. I didn't think people could see, people that are able to see auras, I didn't think you could use video to see somebody else's aura. I've noticed that I could do it if I see a white background. So your background, if anybody gets any ideas, or like I can't see pictures, and it's gotta be maybe let's say 10, 20, 30-minute video. I could try to practice this just for fun if anybody's interested. I'll try to read your aura. I can't talk. I will try to read your aura. I can't guarantee it'll work. Sometimes it turns on, sometimes I'm like blank, can't see anything. It depends on how open I think the person is, or how spiritual. I'm still learning. But I thought that was so cool and interesting that I could see their aura through video. He's a healer, so it would make sense, and it would make sense it'd be easier because he's opening up his energy for others to see and feel. And that was really cool. So that is how I see auras. And you could probably too. You just haven't really noticed or paid mind. You don't have to get scared of it. I think it's a great tool to use as to read on other people, with friends and stuff, to protect yourself. You know who you're talking to. You know who you're talking to. If you see this, or you want to be helpful too, I think that's nice. I like helping people, so when I would see an aura and I see a color, and they're talking to me, because people would come up to me with situations and tell me, and not complain, but they would tell me, looking for advice. Who am I? But they would come up to me for advice at work, anywhere at school, and I would see this once in a while. So I would go and say, look, I know this is going to sound crazy, I think I'm schizophrenic, but I see your aura. And they would say, what's that? Or what color? And I would say the color, and if I didn't know the color right then and there, I would just look it up or read about it and come back to them. And 90 out of 10, 9 times out of 10, it would be, the color would be relating to the topic at hand that they were telling me, or the way they would feel, or the way they were feeling at the moment. So I think that's really cool. I find this very interesting. There's another side to me. I do love the paranormal, but this is the psychic side to me, sensitive. I don't know what to say about it. I'm still learning. Some people told me you're sensitive, some people told me you're psychic, some people tell me that you have the gift. God gave you a gift, whatever. I don't want to name it. I know I see things and it's not under my control. It's whenever someone is in need. And that is why I'm doing these videos, because if I don't express it or talk about it, I get really anxious and it helps me like let it out. I feel really good after when I express this side of myself. And I'm still learning and I'm excited and I hope I can help others with this and help others what's the name for it? Help others develop this if they already see it. If you don't see it yet, don't worry. There's other things. You might have dreams, you might have smells that you smell sometimes, you might have feelings, and that's a thing, you know, little by little. Grab a journal. I have been grabbing a journal and writing these things down since I was 12, and I'm 33, and I'm now feel a little bit more confident enough to talk about it and make videos on. And I feel yet that I need to learn more. But I wanna be involved in the community and wanna work on it. I wanna help others too. So, if anyone has any ideas of what I think you guys wanna just try and practice this with me, let me know. Maybe send like little short 5-minute, like any topic you have, an advice or something, anything you want to ask or something, and I could try to see if I can see your aura. And you could just, in front of the mirror too, like try to relax, maybe fast the day before, maybe drink lots of water during the week, stop eating and drinking sweets and soda and artificial things. That does not help at all. It just gives you more anxiety, and trust me, it's way better. And the way I learned from my community is there's this sweetheart of a girl named Krista Raisa. I'm gonna shout her out. She's really cool. I remember her telling me this, or seeing the videos a while back. This lovely girl, she explained to me, I'm 3 years old, I might be showing you this one, but in one of her videos, the way because she is a conduit for Pleiadian people, the Starseeds, Orion Council. So the way she maintains her body clean and connected to spirit is, I can't remember if she said fasting, but she does do hateful. Her boyfriend, I remember talking about this too, is they will not eat anything after 8 o'clock, or at least 4 hours before bedtime. And that helps your system clean out. You digest your food right, and you sleep so much better. And I have been sleeping so much better because I used to be the one that would just snack out watching TV until I fell asleep. That is so unhealthy. And sometimes I give in and do it, but the best way And I've been waking up nice and happy in the morning because of that. Like, I don't have any weird bloating. I feel great in the morning because of that. I used to feel bloated and I didn't want to eat anything. Like, ugh. And now that I go to bed at 8, I go to bed, I eat well, anything I'm gonna eat, I'll eat before 8. 8 o'clock, that's it. No coffee, no milk, no snacks, not even a little bar of cereal. Nothing but water. Water, water, water. And if I'm really craving, for people that crave soda, the way I've been killing the cravings for soda is I'll get seltzer water or the bubbly water. You know, people are gonna be disgusting. Some people don't like that, but in my mind's helping me trick it, thinking it's soda, but it's just plain seltzer water. And that helps me kill the craving. So I've been doing that, and it's been helping a lot. I don't drink. Maybe once in a blue moon I will drink, and it's wine. That's it. No processed foods. Processed foods would be, I think, bread, chips. If you do, try not to eat it all the time. Sweets. If you do want something sweet, use the sugar cane, natural, organic, things like that. Anything processed, don't try to eat too much. I am kind of vegan, but sometimes I give in and eat meat, I know. But not everybody in my household, they can't eat veggies like I am. I don't mind veggies. I am very happy to eat it. And rice. I don't know if that would be it, but I'm trying to cut off. So that is, I hope this was a helpful video. And I hope this helps anybody out there, any starseeds that are, and you can look that up if you want it. What the meaning of it. Everybody has a different meaning for it. For me, the meaning of Starseed is being a part of the cosmos. Your body is your body is matter. Matter is everything, and it's in the universe and cosmos. So that's how I see Starseed. People say it's reincarnations of aliens, but that's a different topic for another day. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful. This is how I see auras, and little by little I will let myself out the closet in different ways. I will be revealing what I can again, stuff like that. I'm learning. I would like to use this ability somewhere, somehow, help. My wish and dream would be to help in paranormal research, like, ghost hunting and stuff. Sadly, this year, that just went out the window, and I live in Pennsylvania, and I thought it would be so much fun to go to Penn State and all those places that they start to open up around this time, but I have to be careful for my health, my daughter's health, and my husband's health. His lungs are the best, and I have asthma, so I can't risk it either. Hopefully one day I can participate in a fun, very awesome investigation. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.